Welcome to the Workamper Show, brought to you by Workamper.com. This podcast helps you discover how to finance your RV travel dreams. Each one of our episodes will introduce you to people who are already living the RV lifestyle or to work camping opportunities all around the U.S. You'll also learn how to hit the road the right way and make the most of every opportunity. Now let's turn over today's show to your host, Greg Gerber.
Today I'm speaking with a woman from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service about volunteering at a fish hatchery in Kentucky. Today's episode was sponsored by Workamper News. Creating a resume can be a cumbersome and intimidating task, especially if you haven't written a resume in many years. The unique Workamper News Resume Builder takes you through a step-by-step process to build a complete resume with all the information Workamper employers are looking for when reviewing applications. Once complete, your resume can be emailed to anyone, and the software tracks when and to who you have sent it. You can print out a resume or make it into a PDF, which can then be uploaded or emailed. Some employers never advertise, not on Workamper.com or anywhere else. They find all their applicants just by searching the Workamper News Resume Database. If you don't have a resume in the Workamper.com database, you'll be missing out on some wonderful opportunities. To open the door to more workcamping jobs, become a Workamper member today by visiting Workamper.com. Marsha Hart is from Wolf Creek National Fish Hatchery in Jamestown, Kentucky. The hatchery raises nearly 1 million trout each year and serves as a popular attraction for campers, anglers, school groups, and families. Marsha explains how Workampers help operate the visitor center, assist guests, care for educational animals, and support special events throughout the year. She also shares why this volunteer opportunity is ideal for couples, what makes the campsite so appealing, and how volunteers become an important part of the fish hatchery's mission. More importantly, you'll learn about the flexible schedule, which gives volunteers plenty of time to explore Kentucky, Tennessee, and the many attractions surrounding Lake Cumberland. If you enjoy meeting friendly people, sharing your love for the outdoors, and helping visitors to discover one of Kentucky's most beautiful destinations, then this episode is for you. To give us more information, please welcome Marsha Hart from Wolf Creek National Fish Hatchery to the show. Thanks for joining me today, Marsha. I really appreciate it. Tell me a little bit about Wolf Creek National Fish Hatchery.
Wolf Creek National Fish Hatchery. It is a federal fish hatchery in Jamestown, Kentucky. We are a trout hatchery, so we raise rainbow, brown, and brook trout here at the hatchery. So those are beautiful fish, and we stock just under 1 million of those all across Kentucky a year. We're very busy. We have a wonderful visitor center here in Jamestown, Kentucky. It's very popular. We've just finished up school field trip season, so a lot of schools are getting out now before Memorial Day. It's a place that people love to visit time and again with their families, feed the fish and watch the fish grow, and just a great place to be.
So you're releasing more than 1 million fish, but not necessarily in the Cumberland River. It's at other places throughout the state?
Yes, all over the state of Kentucky. We stock in over 120 different waters all across the state of Kentucky. So any trout that's caught in Kentucky starts here at Wolf Creek National Fish Hatchery.
Something to know. What type of jobs do Workampers do for you?
So our main type of jobs are our visitor center position. We have a wonderful visitor center. It was built in 2006. And in the visitor center, we have a nice movie theater where we have an 8-minute movie that tells about why the hatchery was here, why it was established, and just a little bit of history. And then it goes into the trout rearing process and the other programs that are available here. We have several educational animals. We have some box turtles, musk turtles. We have a couple of snakes. We also have recently an axolotl. And these are animals that the kids and adults, not just kids, love to come in and visit and see, and they get attached to them. We have 3 large aquariums in our visitor center. They're very large. One of them is our trout aquarium that you can see our rainbow, brown, and brook trout up close. And then we have one that mimics the river with fish from the river, and then one we call our lake tank that are fish that can be found in Lake Cumberland, as we are just below the beautiful Lake Cumberland. So our visitor services position is mainly keeping a main point of contact for the public here at our visitor center. We're open every day except Christmas. And we have just a lot of visitation. There's a U.S. Army Corps of Engineers campground next to us. So we have a lot of campers that camp there, and then we'll walk over and visit the hatchery. And then just a lot of fishermen that come and want to trout fish. We have a stream that's stocked every other day with trout. And so we have lots of people wanting to learn to fly fish and things like that. So a lot of visitation, a gift shop run by the Friends of Wolf Creeks. It's not too big, but it's stocked very well. So the main thing would be keeping our visitor center open, working the gift shop. There is some cleaning, vacuuming at the end of the day, helping care for our animals. We do have 2 bathrooms. They typically don't get very dirty like bathhouses do. There's no showering or anything like that. Just cleaning those at the end of the day. Some cleaning duties and things like that.
Okay. Are the Workampers involved in making presentations before people?
Oh, yes, they are. Yes, they're as involved as they want to be. Now, I have one work camper that's here now, and he was a former teacher, and he loves to do the tours. When the school groups come in, he lights up. And so one thing I do when he's here is he goes ahead and introduces the movie, talks to the kids, interacts with them, and leads them through as much as I give him that freedom to do as much as he wants to do. So yes, they are definitely invited to help with the tours and also the events that we have. We have different fishing derbies throughout the year. We have one for kids in June. We have a fishing event for wounded warriors in September. We have 2 days for special needs children, also in September, a fishing event for them. And we have one for seniors over age 62. So all of those are events that we have here at the hatchery, and our volunteers that are here help in those events. And most of them just love to come back to those if they're able or in the area because they're very rewarding events.
So these are volunteer positions for the work campers. Is that correct?
Yes, volunteer positions for the work campers.
Okay.
Yes.
Are they seasonal or year-round?
We have year-round because our visitor center is open like every day except Christmas. So we have work campers coming in and out. We do prefer like a 3-month at least commitment when they come because it takes a couple weeks for them we give them a couple of days when they get here to get settled in, go to the grocery, and then whatever they need to do. And then they shadow some other volunteers, usually for a few days. And then the training takes a couple of days. So about 2 weeks worth of training before they are put into the visitor center on their own, quote unquote. We're here during the week. They're not really on their own. But yeah, we prefer at least 3 months, but some stay up to 6, 9 months, even a year. We don't have any just permanent ones because we like to give everybody a chance.
Very good. How many hours a week are you expecting from the work campers?
Typically, they work. Now, we do hire mainly couples because it will take 2 people to run our visitor center because of the gift shop and welcoming people and feeding the animals. But typically, they work on average 20 hours a week.
Okay, 20 hours a week. So you do not hire solos as a general rule?
The only time we hire solos, in the wintertime, we do hire a fish production volunteer. When I say wintertime, that's around November through January here at the hatchery. We do hire, it can be a solo or a couple, to work mainly in fish production outside. And that volunteer mainly will work helping feed the fish, helping do maintenance in the tank room and outside, pressure washing and cleaning raceways, just caring for the fish outside. So that can be a single work camper that we do hire for occasionally.
Would you consider hiring a family?
Yes, we have had families that have been here before. Yes, yes, definitely.
Is that something teenagers could get involved in working for you folks as well?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. We have teenagers, local teenagers that love when they're out of school to come in and spend some time volunteering. They love to welcome guests as well and care for our educational animals. So yes, we have opportunities for teenagers. Yes.
Okay. Now this is a volunteer position, so no pay is involved. Are there any perks that come with the job?
Yes, there's definitely some perks. Now, I am not a traveler. I've only been in an RV once, and we went to Disney World. So the campgrounds there were nice. But I will say that everybody that comes here says that we have some of the nicest campsites around. They are very large campsites. They include 50 and 30 amp electric hookups. They have sewer. We provide propane in the winter months for our volunteers. We also, of course, they have water. We have laundry facilities here, 2 washers and dryers and a laundry house. And we also have an ice machine there. Wi-Fi is provided and lots of scenery. Actually, our trout stream that's stocked every other day backs up to the campers. So it's behind the campsites that we have. And we have lots of deer that love to visit the campsites and wildlife. So it's a very beautiful setting. But lots of amenities, yeah.
That sounds like a beautiful place to be. And this is not affiliated with the Army Corps of Engineers campground at all, right? It's your own separate facility?
You are exactly right. Yes, a lot of people do get that confused. They think that our campsites are just some of those campsites over there, but no, ours are run totally separate from theirs. We have our own just separate 5 campsites. They're actually down below. We have 3 hatchery houses on property that some of our people that work here live in. And so it's actually just down below the hatchery housing. So it's more of a private area just for our work campers.
Is that right? Close to the river?
Yes, it is. Yeah. Okay. Close to the river. Yes.
Sounds like a beautiful place to spend some time.
Oh, it is. It's really pretty and relaxing. And a lot of our volunteers make lifelong friends by coming here because they're like their own community. There's 5 campsites. And I know a lot of times they'll talk about having fish fries or campfires and things like that. They've even had Thanksgiving meals together. So like I said, a lot of them stay in contact for years, even after they live here.
How many work campers do you hire every year?
Typically, probably anywhere from, of course, they're couples. So I would say in the realm of couples, I would say anywhere from probably 10 to 12 couples a year, probably, because some of them are staying longer periods, some of them shorter. So it just depends on when one is leaving, then I'm hiring. There's no certain time. Some of them will come in January and stay till summer. Some will just want to come in the fall and stay, and then some just want to come. So it depends on the season and how the turnaround's going.
And you would like a 3-month commitment. Is there a maximum length that they could stay?
I would say maximum would be a year. Mm-hmm. That's not set in stone, but like I said, we don't want anybody to be permanent because we want everybody to have access to this opportunity.
That makes sense. What traits and qualifications are you looking for in a work camper?
Some of the main things are people that are just friendly folks is what I'm going to say. They're just friendly. They like to welcome people into our visitor center. They are willing to answer questions. Don't worry. They don't have to know everything right off the bat when they get here, but they can point people to where they can find answers. We have lots of publications available in our visitor center for people to find answers to their questions, either about the dam or fishing, things like that. But people, I would just say someone they love to talk to people and be around people and meet people. I've been told here in Southern Kentucky from a lot of people that people that are around here are some of the friendliest people that they've come across. I've been told that by several couples. Friendly people who be around others and people who are punctual. And those would be the main things, yeah.
So these are definitely front or forward-facing positions. They're out in public all the time. It's not something that's really done behind the scenes.
No, that's right. They are the main point of contact that the public will see. They are the face of Wolf Creek National Fish Hatchery. We provide them with uniforms from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, so people recognize them as part of our staff, essentially. They are volunteers. They're not paid staff, but we treat them and give them responsibilities just as if they were paid staff. They lock up our visitor center on the weekends when the other staff isn't here, and they help with fish production. They take a very large part in what we do here. So they are the front facing and the face of Wolf Creek.
Do they need any special training or skills to come work for you?
I would say we do the training here. Basically, they will shadow. I wouldn't say anything special that they need, we do recommend if they're going to drive, we have some government vehicles here. And if they're going to ever want to drive our truck to maybe run an errand or pick up something for us, we do recommend that, or they do have to complete the defensive driving course required by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. However, if they do not want to do that, then that's not something that is required. But as far as special skills, I would say, again, just friendliness, punctuality, team players is important because you're switching. You'll be on for 2 days. Then the couple after you will be on for 2 days, and just communication, team playing, things like that.
So it's generally two couples working at the same time, but each for 2 days. So 2 days on, 2 days off?
Actually, it's just one couple. One couple can run our visitor center. So I generally have them come in 2 days in a row, and then they will be off for maybe 5-6 days while the other couples take their days. And then they'll be on again. So I also always try before I make the schedule for the next month to ask anybody if they have any days they want me to work around, because a lot of our campers, when they come here, they want to explore the area. They want to explore Kentucky, some of them the Bourbon Trail, Mammoth Cave, Nashville's not that far. There's a lot of places to see in Tennessee because we're very close to the Tennessee border. So you can do a lot of exploring here. So I always try to work around we've had people that's got tickets to the Grand Ole Opry or whatever. I always try to work around any dates that anybody has. But you can pretty much plan on at least 5 days in a row off.
Wow.
Very often, yeah.
That's unusual. And so that would be a big perk in itself.
Yes.
The couples would have the time off together, right? Because they're hired or scheduled to work together, so they'd have time off together.
Exactly. Yes, they work together and they have the same schedule. Yes.
Now, you are open year-round. Does that mean you're recruiting year-round, or is there a specific time of year that you like to hire work campers?
I recruit all year round. Like right now, I'm recruiting for the fall of this year. I have a couple positions open left for this fall, and then I'm also recruiting into 2027 and have a few people that have asked to be put on for 2028. And I also, so it can get way on out there. I also, once I recruit somebody, I do like to check up with them every 3 to 4 months just to make sure that their plans hasn't changed and make sure we're all on the same page with everything. Because our volunteers, without them, we cannot do everything that we do here. We pretty much depend heavily on them.
What's involved in your interviewing and hiring process?
Basically, I would like to have either a resume emailed to me, or I have a service application if they don't have a resume, and that gives me an overview of where they've worked in the past with some references and things like that to begin. And then after that, it typically is either a Zoom call like this or a phone call, just laying out their expectations and questions that they have, and then I'll detail what I need in the job and see if it fits with what they're looking for. So those are the main things.
How long does it typically take for you to make a hiring decision after you do that first interview?
Oh, I would say within a couple of days.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
And what could a work camper do to really stand out if they absolutely wanted to come and work for the fish hatchery?
If they wanted to really come work at the fish hatchery to stand out, I would say just call me and say that you love trout. No, I'm just kidding, but that you love animals. We are the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, that you appreciate wildlife and you appreciate conservation and things like that, and you love talking and meeting new people.
Because you are in a water recreation area, could a work camper bring a boat, or are there boats available for them to use?
Yes, either one. We have some that have their boats, and they have, like I said, our campsites are large areas. They can park their boat either at their campsite, or if it's a larger boat, we have some other grassy areas to park that in. But yeah, there are also boat rentals around in Lake Cumberland. We have some now that love to kayak, so they brought their kayaks with them. Plenty of places to launch and things like that and explore if you're into water sports here.
Now, the map shows that Jamestown, Kentucky is rather remote, and work campers define remote as being how far away from a Walmart. The job is, how far away from Walmart are you?
Okay, the closest Walmart, if I were to drive to Walmart right now, it would probably be about 30 minutes away in
Okay.
Columbia, Kentucky. Yes, we do not have a Walmart in Russell County or Jamestown, like you said, where we're at. We have several dollar stores and things like that. We have Kroger and IGA. Grocery stores are plentiful. A few restaurants, your basic fast food restaurants that you can get to, but a Walmart about 30 minutes away.
Okay. And you had mentioned a plethora of activities that the Workampers can do in their off time. And with 5 days off in a row, they can really do some exploring.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Mammoth Cave is within a day's drive even. We have, like I said, a lot of people love to go on the bourbon trails in Kentucky. They love to go on those tours that we have. There's lots of beautiful, we are just 4 miles away from a beautiful Lake Cumberland State Park here in Kentucky, but there's many other beautiful. We have Cumberland Falls State Park, and it has a famous moonbow that people can see at night, like a rainbow, but it's a moonbow that you're supposed to be able to see during a full moon. It depends on the cloud cover, but that's very famous. We have trails for hiking, like I said, in Tennessee, the Grand Ole Opry. We just have a lot of people that have Louisville has lots, the horse parks in Lexington. So there's so many things to explore while you're here in Kentucky.
Absolutely. Do they need a fishing license if they're working for you?
Not if they're working. No, they don't even have to really fish. I don't have a fishing license myself, or I do not. I do know a little bit about trout fishing just from answering questions and learning and exploring that with people, but they do not have to have a fishing license. No, just if they're going to fish.
Is there one thing you wish all Workampers knew before they came to work for you?
I would just say, I wish they knew that what a great place we are. I do. I love working here myself. I'm a retired school teacher, and this is actually my second job. And one reason I wanted to work here was because of how beautiful it is. So a lot of people, I think when they get here, they talk about the beauty of it. So I just, I would want them to know how beautiful it is here.
Okay. And it's a position that is not necessarily associated with the fish production. It's mostly the visitor center, but there are some opportunities available to help with the fish production.
Oh, yes. On their off days, we have some work campers that they work their days and that's all they're required to do. And that's perfectly fine. But then we have some that are like, I want to stay busy. I don't like sitting in my camper and they're not. What can I do outside to help the guys they're not just guys, that's what I call them, but with the fish productions, they'll go out there and work some on those days as well. So yes, they're more than welcome to learn the aspects and the whole fish production work. It's on their off days.
Where can people get more information about this pretty incredible opportunity?
They can check out our website. The easiest way is just to Google Wolf Creek National Fish Hatchery. And that way I don't have to say all the dashes and slashes and things. But also my cell phone number for work is 270-566-3036. I do take phone calls and texts on that. And my email is also, I have a lot of people apply through email. So it's Marsha, MARSHA _Hart, HART at F as in fish, W as in wildlife, S as in service.gov.
Wonderful. It sounds like a great opportunity for a couple or family who would like to get out and enjoy the nature and volunteer their time for an organization that is doing a lot to help maintain outdoor recreation for people in Kentucky.
Yes, it's wonderful. Thank you for saying that because it truly is a wonderful opportunity for that. Yes.
Thank you for sharing your story with me. I appreciate it.
All right. And I appreciate you having me on your podcast.
Marsha Hart gave us a great look at what makes Wolf Creek National Fish Hatchery such a unique work camping opportunity. While the volunteer positions have focused primarily on welcoming visitors and operating the visitors center, work campers quickly become part of a close-knit community. With spacious full hookup campsites, beautiful surroundings, abundant wildlife, and a schedule that provides many consecutive days off, it's easy to understand why many volunteers return year after year. We also learned that volunteers play an important role in helping the hatchery fulfill its mission of conservation, education, and outdoor recreation. Whether assisting with fishing events, interacting with visitors, or helping behind the scenes, Workampers make a meaningful contribution to the experience enjoyed by thousands of guests each year. For those who love nature, enjoy meeting people, and want to spend time near Lake Cumberland, this could be an outstanding opportunity. To learn more about volunteering at Wolf Creek National Fish Hatchery, visit the agency's website. You can also contact Marsha Hart directly by phone or text at 270-566-3036 or by email at marsha_hart@fws.gov. Today's episode was sponsored by Workamper News. Much more than just a job listing website. When you put the tools of this professional service into action, you'll find out just how easy it can be to turn your work camping dreams into reality. A Workamper membership opens the door to a one-stop shop for all things work camping. Being the original resource for work camping, find the largest number of job listings, be able to connect with a community of work campers, and view resources compiled by experts who've been enjoying the RV lifestyle for many years. If you're serious about leading a successful and enjoyable work camping lifestyle, then membership is for you. Join today at www.workamper.com. Embark on new adventures today with the support of Workamper News behind you. That's all for this week's show. Next time I'll be speaking with a work camper who had such an interesting experience as a camp host for many years that he wrote a book about it. I'll have that interview in the next episode of The Workamper Show. Thanks for listening, and if you like these interviews, please consider leaving a review wherever you download the episodes.